Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I'd like to welcome you to Small's Paradise, and I hope you'll sit back and relax. We're gonna make a few records here this afternoon, and we have some wonderful surprises in store for you. Voila. And I'd like to take this time, ladies and gentlemen, to also introduce you individually to the fellas on the stand. We have with us this afternoon, I'd say, the most exciting saxophone player in the country. How about a nice round of applause for the one and only Jonathan Griffin? Let's give him a nice round of applause. And also in our front line, a gentleman of the trumpet and the flugelhorn, an arranger, and he's currently working for the NBC networks. A nice taste for Monsieur Clark Terry. Voila. And we move over into the rhythm department, and a newcomer, not really, he's been here now about 4 years, but he's on Blue Note Records and he has his own albums out, and he's very exuberant. So a nice taste for my wonderful friend Horace Parlan at the piano. Merci. Voila. And a wonderful yeoman at the contrabass by way of Quincy Jones in Stockholm, and a real newcomer to New York. How about a nice taste for Buddy Catlett at the contrabass? And I saved this cat for last because he's sugar candy. And he happens to be very exuberant and etc. and all the adverbs and pronouns. And that's for the wonderful Ben Riley at the tubs. Let's give him a nice taste. Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say that this is the Be-Bop story. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, I'd just like to say that back in 1947, quite a few men were trying to find a way to reach the public with this new music. And I just like to say that we finally got together and got one. It was very nice to me, but it was a little greater to a colleague of mine named Dizzy Gillespie. And I hope you enjoy something we're going to give you called Ooh Pop A Da. Pop da, ow, play up to la, beep, bleep, ooh, pop da, ow, play up to la, beep, bleep, ooh, pop da, ow, play up to la, beep, bleep, ooh, pop da, ow, play up to la, beep, bleep, ooh, pop da, ow, play up to la, beep, bleep, ooh, pop da, ow, play up to la, beep, bleep, Horace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to move over to another one since we're in the memory department. And it's a little thing. I hope you remember something we call Les Moody Mood pour Amour. There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Pretty baby, you are the soul who snaps my control. Such a funny thing, but every time you're near me, I never can behave. You give me a smile and then I'm wrapped up in your magic. Music all around me coming to me. Baby, don't you carry me so very close to you. Turns me your slave. Come and do with me any little thing you want to. Anything, no, but just let me get close to you. Am I insane or do I really see heaven in your eyes? Bright as stars that shine up above you in the clear blue skies. How I worry about you, just can't live my life without you, baby. Come here, don't have no fear. Oh, is there wonder why I'm really feeling in the mood for love? So tell me why. Stop to think about this weather, my dear. This little dream might fade away. There I go talking out of my head again. Oh baby, won't you come and put our two hearts together? that would make me strong and brave. Oh, to be the one. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. If there's a cloud up above us, go on and let it rain. I'm sure our love together can control a hurricane. Ooh, my baby, won't you let me love you? Give me relief from this awful misery. What does all this talk about loving me, my sweet? I am not afraid, not anymore, not like before. Can't you understand me? Now, Griffin, please put yourself together. Do it soon. My dog's on fire. Come on and take me. I'll be what you make me, my darling, my sweet. Oh, Melba, you make me feel so good. Can I take you by the hand? Come, let us visit out there in that new promised land, West Indies. Maybe there we can find a good place to keep our loving state of mind. I'm so tired of being without it, never knowing what love's about. Johnny Griffin, you can come on and you can wail now if you want to. I'm through. Thank you. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, lovers of strange Tonya. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say at this time that Melba Liston is sitting here, and while you're handing out tastes, how about a nice taste for one of the greatest lady, but I got to call her lady, she wear dresses, the greatest lady arranger in the whole history of the WRL world, Mademoiselle Melba Liston. Stand up and take one, baby. Crazy. Voila. Last August I made a record, and the title of this thing is called Something We Still Ain't Got. We Ain't Got Integration. We got our great baseball and places of art, all part of our lovely nation. We got a new frontier, a man for the moon. We ain't got integration. There is the cook, the maid, the butler too. That's in our civilization. We'll soon have pay TV for all of our homes. We ain't got integration. Folks should live in harmony. That's what the good book said. Before some practice what they preach, they think they'd be better dead. I know the time will come, and I hope it's soon, when there'll be a revelation, when folks can look at you and know it's not true. We ain't got integration. But say you rode all night on a dingy bus, and the driver announced, rest station. You can't leave your seat and don't think of nothing to eat. Wouldn't you want you some integration? Now take those people down in Alabama 2 years ago, caused a minor revelation. They walked hand in hand for a whole long year, but they got them some transportation integration. And suppose you had been denied the right to vote, or say any form of schooling. Now you would have to dig the United States Supreme Court for passing the desegregation ruling. Now take those freedom riders, they're pioneering every day for all of mankind's salvation. And when they spend 3 months in a Mississippi jail, you know them cats want them some integration. Our folks should live in harmony. That's what the good book said. Before some practice what they preach, they think they'd be better dead. I know the time will come, and I hope it's soon, when there'll be a revelation, when folks can look at you and know it's not true. We ain't got integration. Integration. Thank you. Merci. And at this time, we're going to move over into another groove. Everybody's talking about jazz and poetry. That happens to be the big thing right now. But about 1955, I did one which was really the biggest to me, and I don't know nothing about jazz and poetry. All I know, it was called entertainment, and it was a little thing I called a Be-Bop Santa Claus. Twas the black before Christmas, and all through the pad, the scene was very deserted except for old moms and dad. And there they sat hung in their big easy chair. They was goofed off eggnog, sherry, and a wee taste of beer. Sis and little Junior, they lie snoozing in bed, while visions of Mark 12s danced through their head. So old Pops told Mom, said, look, baby, we better make it to bed, 'cause we really can't let Santa dig us with our eyes all red. And just then, out on the stoop, ooh-wee, such a clatter, old Popsy eased to the porthole to see what was the matter. Now his heart did the jumps, and my man fell straight back when his glimmers fell on a red cat-lit light. And stashed in front there was a cat, he was cool as any, with a red beaver hat and a red cashmere benny. Now he wore a red-on-red shirt and a white mink tie, and he wore some new kind of eyeglasses that did not cover but one pure natural eye. Now his ground pads, they were red suede shoes, and his red tweed vine caused him some real heavy New York dues. Now old Pops, he was wigging and he was about out his head, 'cause he really didn't dig this cat that was wearing all this red. So up to the rooftop the Mark 4 flew, and my man in red, he just did some of that New York twist right on through. He said, Jim, I'm the Be-Bop Santa, and I'm from the cool North Pole, and I have been known since the days of old. I'm known from here to eternity, so you got to be very square if you don't dig me. So cast thy peoples into my bag and see what righteous objects I am going to lay on thee. Well, first here's a mink coat and some of that, for the ladies, some of that Chanel No. 5. And for all the down cats in here, a brand new book on Jive. Well, that's it, old Santa did shout. And then he buttoned up his crazy cashmere and he quickly cut out. And just then from below, he heard a voice shout, have a real crazy Christmas, but don't get knocked out. Thank you. At this time, we'd like to move over into the realm of Shakespearean literature, and I'd like to prove to you that even though you might have 2 hit records under your belt, it still means that New York is full of a whole lot of jive people. Well, when I first got to New York, I believed in the saying, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. But I soon found out that a stud would starve to death in this town if he did not keep him 1 or 2. So I moved into a block that was very convenient by both subway and bus to reach. And do you know the next thing I found about New York people? is don't nobody practice what they preach. Because right across the street from me, one of them old jive preachers live. And would you believe this stud has found a brand new sermon called "It is better to receive than to give." And then there's old stuck-up Evelyn. She's got her a muskrat coat and a jive zircon diamond ring. And yesterday she got busted for shoplifting. So now every day she's stuck up and pure sing. And then there is a widow lady named Miss Johnson. She goes to church every Sunday, come rain or come shine. But from a Monday to Saturday, you'd figure she had a license, cause she's dealing in everything that makes your eyes real blurry with Sneaky Pete wine. And then upstairs over me is two of them old jive models. Them old half glamour girls, but they must have been touched in the head. Cause the first thing they sound me on the stairway was, "Babs, have you got any bread?" I said, "No, baby, I'm new in town, and really, I just moved in this block, and I'm waiting on old Clark Terry to loan me a pound to get my vine out of hot." And then there's one more stud. He's named Willie the Weeper, and has a Cadillac of pure fire engine red. But every morning Willie comes by my house to wash up, cause his Cadillac is also his New York bed. And last but not least is my old landlady. And for 12 years I thought this old lady was nice and she was very sweet. And do you know I didn't have no room rent last night, and she put me into the pure cold New York street. And there's one more stud. He sells herbs and tea leaves, and you can even get the figure for a $5 bill. And do you know yesterday my man got a figure in Leavenworth, cause he was dealing a Sneaky Pete pill. So here is a cue from me to you. If you intend to live in New York town, is keep you some real long green and be down with the scene, or else you are po house bound. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can see that you people really enjoy the higher type of Shakespearean literature. It's very nice on a Sunday afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to say that this next tune is about one of the most beautiful of jazz ballads, and also one of the most recorded of the jazz ballads. And about 3 years ago, Thelonious Monk asked me to write some special lyrics for his wonderful selection. And at this time I'm going to sing them, but I'm going to feature the cats in the group on this. And first of all will be Clark Terry, then Johnny Griffin and Horace Parlan. And it's a wonderful little thing by Thelonious Monk called "Comme ça du mid-soul," in English, "A Round About Midnight." when the day has turned to evening, baby, and the stars come out to show their magic. That's the time you feel so lonesome. It's so strange and it's blue. When it's midnight, there are those whose dreams they're shattered, mama. Some who search in vain for long lost romance. Some who walk the city's canyons, hoping they get one more chance. When your life seems it's not worth living, and the world seems it's unforgiving. Now I have found, traveling around, it's often been told, don't lose your soul. There may be a new tomorrow, baby. You may find a love to hold you spellbound. Then you'll always be so happy when old midnight comes around. Your life seems it's not worth living, and the world seems it's unforgiving. Now I have found, traveling around, it's often been told, don't lose your soul. There may tomorrow, baby, you may find a love to hold you spellbound. Then you'll always be so happy when old midnight comes creeping round your house. Thank you. Thank you very much. At this time, we got two more, and the first one is a Shakespearean literature thing for all the men in the house, and it's called Keep an Ugly Woman. Now, most of you men are very choosy about the ladies that you meet. Now, sometimes it's these ladies' hair. Then again, sometimes it's the size of these ladies' great big feet. But that ain't nothing to all the treasures all these old scarecrows hold. When with just a wee bit of kindness, a New York man can take all of her hard-earned gold. So if you know you're a woman that's big around as a grizzly bear, and she ain't got no kind of shape and very burnt out hair, and if this old girl is so dumb she can't even count to 1, 2, 3, well, my man hand me her phone number, cause she is just right for me. Now, I suppose you know you another little old girl that's the skinniest chick in town, And when a August wind come creeping by, you got to chain this old girl down. And suppose she is so ugly that she is a pity to see. Well, I still ask you for her phone number, cause you know she's just right for me. Now, I have majored in women, and I'm used to all sorts of types. I done had the pure and the used, so you know I'm down with all the feminine hypes. But there's one thing I found, sure as a bee want him a wee taste of honey, is keep you a ugly chick stashed somewhere, my man, and you'll always have a left pocket full of money. Well, I got me about 27 of them old scarecrows, and my wallet is very much intact. And would you believe, right out front parks, I got me a brand new pure Cadillac. But you know, sometimes I get a little embarrassed on Sunday when I'm walking down the street, cause with a gorilla on your arm, my man, you don't know who you just might meet. So I'm gonna let old Clark Terry and Johnny Griffin have all the flow show and let these studs glamour all the time. And just give me one good ugly woman, and old Babs, I'll always have mine. But excuse me, all you ladies in the house, I really don't want you girls to feel outdone. Cause the old saying is, if you ladies can't find no fools, how y'all gonna have y'all some extra fun? So if you ladies know you a man that has a very good job, and this old stud is raggedy, dirty, need a shoe shine, and look like a slob, and that's all right, baby, if his clothes make him a pure, natural New York wreck. Just be nice and sweet to him on Friday night and cop his paycheck. And then you ladies, y'all can ball and get tall and don't have to worry about your hair in rainy weather. And just think, if you get enough bread, you and old Gonzales might get together. So just for our clothes, I want all the ladies in the house that it's all right with me if you use this on any ugly man. Thank you for Shakespeare. Thank you. Thank you. Voila. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last one. And at this time, I'd like to take you to Clark Terry's home and do a little thing called the St. Louis Blues. And in this thing, we had 4 voices. But since there ain't but one, I'm going to skip over all the voices, and you had to catch as catch can. Bap, bottle he better we blah diddy diddy da bam, shaka lick lap, bottle let it do deep bar diddy da bam, shooby doo bam, I'm going to take my girl away, shooby doo bam, pam, bottle let it do we blah diddy diddy bam, shooby doo pam, bottle let it do hop bar diddy diddy da bam, shooby doo bam, I'll get my girl and go away, St. Louis woman, with all her diamonds, with her rings and her gowns and her things, pulls her man around by an apron string, powder and her store-bought, with her lips and her hips and her eyes, that girl of mine, take me to paradise, take me back to St. Louis, we got the blues, take me back to St. Louis, we can't lose. Take me back to St. Louis. We got the blues. Take me back to St. Louis. Blues, we can't lose. I'll take my girl and get away. Shop-a-doo-bam, pam, wop-a-doo-bam, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-bam. Shop-a-ling-a-loo, pam, wop-a-doo-bam, diddle-diddle-diddle-bam. I'll take my girl and make my get. I'll take my girl and get away. St. Louis woman with all her diamond ring pulls her girl around by an apron string. Powder and a stove-on man. That man of mine, he wouldn't go nowhere. Shoo-be-doo-bam, bam, ba-doo-little-bit-doo-bam, da-dee-da-dee-da-doo-bam, lo-be-doo-doo, bam, ba-doo-little-bit-doo-bam, da-dee-da-dee-da-doo-bam, shoo-be-doo-bam. I'll take my girl and get away. St. Louis woman. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Ta-ta, y'all.